Have you ever looked at a job on LinkedIn and it shows over 100, maybe even 500 applicants for this job? Is there a way to get between those 500 to a top 100, or maybe a top 50, or maybe a top 20, or maybe even top 5 applicants? Today I'm going to show you a way in the context of AI engineering, or even software engineering just in general, to do that. It's going to take a little bit extra work, and it's going to put you in those top 5, maybe even top 1% of job applicants. So let's go. If we go here and type in something like AI engineering, and if you look at the list for AI engineering, it's super common. You're going to see here over 100 applicants. Come down here, over 100 applicants. All right, so obviously there's a lot of applicants for these positions. It can be pretty disheartening to say like, okay, I'm going to put in my resume and apply for this job, maybe DM a recruiter that's on the LinkedIn, maybe do a cold email, that kind of thing, which is all great. But if you really want to get ahead, I'm going to show you a hack that will put you ahead of a good portion of these large group of applicants. Generally, people are lazy and want to do what feels like it's productive, but may not be productive. It may just be work that they're doing because it feels productive. So if you look here, this is this particular company is a agency that has a lot of clients, and their focus is pretty much on using AI tools to enhance their company and their clients' companies. If you look at certain things down here, like what they actually want, proven ability, this one's huge. This is one that I really focus on. Proven ability to build internal tools, utilities, and analysis workflows. So I thought, okay, what can I do? I decided to take it took about 1.5 days, and I built out a simple-ish application that shows that I can use AI as an assisted output. So if you look here again, okay, we got internal tooling, we got AI assisted outputs. So it's not AI making the actual decision in the process, but it's helping make the decision. And then if you see here, it's also AI adds value. This is pretty much saying the same thing. AI is adding value where deterministic logic is required. But we just want AI integrated in this to show pretty much as a helper in this process, right? I spent about 1.5 days doing this, and then I can talk about, okay, here's something I made that proves that I can do this internal tooling using AI as an assistant. And then here is what I would do to maybe scale to 1,000 users. Here was what I would do to scale to 1 million users and plus. So let's check it out. So I went to this company's website and I saw one of their partners was Snowflake database. So I actually signed up for a trial period with Snowflake, and I created a database in there. If you look at this issue, login issue seems to be tied to MFA. Users stuck in a loop after entering the code, investigate settings. We're showing that we can retract data before it goes to the LLM. We want to show, okay, if we have like users' emails or any kind of like user data, we don't want to send that into the LLM. If you look here, this is redacted text. So the actual data would have like a phone number in that actual data, but we're processing that data before it goes to the LLM. So we're showing like, because the LLM doesn't need the actual digits of the phone number, they just need the context, right? So again, I did this pretty quick. I spun this up using Next.js and React.js on the front end. And I used Fast API in the back end, just did a few API calls. And then document it, write a blog. If I would scale this, here's how it scaled to 1,000. Here's how it scaled to 10,000 users. Here's how it scaled to 1 million users. And from there, we can really show that we can turn this over 100, down to maybe, okay, now we're in the top 20 applicants. We've proven that we can do the logic using Python and JavaScript and do the front end and back end. And now if I even go write a blog post about scaling and how I would have these routes protected and really get into security of the LLM process and all that, now I'm moving from that 100 down to the top 20 applicants. Now if I do that blog post of scaling, maybe I'm in the top 5 applicants. So you can see if I just taking that 1 or 2 days and really focusing on that job description, not just the keywords of, okay, they're looking for Python, they're looking for some Next or JavaScript front end, but actually what they're actually looking for their business solution, we can really move up in the ranks of, instead of those 500 applicants, we can really cut that in half or cut 90% out of that and be in the top 10, top 5% of applicants. All these things are taking that risk and turning it down. And if they feel more confident in that risk assessment for the applicant, that's what's going to get us the job in the end. That's the game, right? That's pretty much what's going to be a yes or no at the end of the day. So thanks for checking out this video. Hopefully it's helpful. Any feedback, please leave a comment. Thank you.